Hello, welcome to Mentoring with the Masters. My name is Jennifer Kirkendall. I'm the Third Circuit representative for the Young Lawyers Division Board of Governors. Today I bring you Lisa Tipton for our third part in the series regarding marketing. Lisa is the owner of Sparkia Creative as well as PR Florida Inc. Lisa, welcome back.
Thank you.
All right, social media, it's big. People use it more so on a personal basis, but you can also use it for your firm. How?
My best advice to any lawyer considering the use of social media is if you have the time and if you're going to do it right, it can be effective to build your business and to network with other lawyers for referrals. But if you're not going to do it correctly or devote enough time to it, don't waste your time at all. It would be better to rely on your website and your personal networking and other elements of your marketing campaign than to put a little bit of time into social media and have your social media presences look like they're neglected. So with that in mind, let's say that you do want to make the commitment and you're ready to launch off on LinkedIn. We'll start with LinkedIn because that's a professional network. You absolutely have to review the Florida Bar's social media policy. It's very clear, it spells it out. Things that you can say, things that you cannot say, the rules about posts that people put on your profile. You really need to keep a handle and monitor those. But what you want to do is look at LinkedIn as your own personal web page. That's essentially what it's for, and it has networking capability linked with it. You go to linkedin.com. It's a free service. You can upgrade to premium, but I think most people find that the free works just fine. So what you want to do is get your resume, and you want to have a good photo or your firm logo, and you want to fill out, it's very easy, it takes you through a step-by-step process of filling out your profile. You want to make your profile look as current and as relevant as possible. You want to list some of the cases that you've worked on, you want to list some recent projects, community service that you're active in. You don't need to have someone's LinkedIn profile look like they made it 2 years ago and never touched it again. So if you're going to establish a profile, remember that you need to update it as frequently as you can with new activities that you've added to your resume. Next, what you want to do is search around on LinkedIn for groups that relate to your practice area. You'll find groups, probably 20 for each practice area, but they may be based in New York, or they may be directed to legal administrators connected to your practice area. Look very carefully. And even among the groups that have, let's say, 2,500 members, it posts a list of the activities. That means information that people have posted in that group. And if you see that a group has 2,500 members, but yet this week only 4 people posted there, you can look at that one of two ways. It's not an extremely active group, but there's a lot of room for you to have a big presence in a group that isn't active, if you can draw people in and have them become active. And I want to back up and make sure that you understand, LinkedIn allows you to have a profile that's available for the public to see, and you can change the URL, the link to it, tailor it however you want it to be. So it could be, linkedin.com with your name or however that is. So it makes you more searchable on the internet. You don't have to join groups. You can just stick with your LinkedIn profile, and you can monitor what your competitors are doing on LinkedIn. It's a very interactive type of social media, but be cautioned that when you look at someone else's profile, they get a notification that you've looked. So your competitors will quickly see that you're checking them out, but that's okay. They're probably checking you out as well. My advice is to pick one group where you really can have a presence and post relevant content related to your practice area. This gives you the ability to stand out from other practitioners in your area. It also gives you the ability to link back to your website to drive any of the viewers who see those posts back to your website or back to your profile, which is, again, just a way to get publicity for yourself. And I recommend posting at least every other day, but if you have a group discussion that you start, it's very important that you monitor it, because if you get 3 or 4 people responding to your post and then you don't check LinkedIn for a week, the conversation dies, and you've wasted your time even making the post to begin with. So it goes back to my earlier point. If you're going to be active on LinkedIn, then, or any of the social media profiles, you want to be sure that you keep up with it. You want to be sure that you post relevant content. And I'd like to say a little bit about that. Some people think that you have to come up with original content every time you make a post on social media, which is absolutely not true. You want to have a combination of content that's already been posted by someone else, so you post it again, content that you find on the internet. Let's say it's an article that just came out in the ABA Law Journal that relates directly to your practice area, and original content that you come up with. You want to have a mix of that. That makes you more relevant on LinkedIn, and it also makes you become more of an information source to other people. So if you want to look at it that way. Do you have any questions about LinkedIn?
I mean, you've talked about LinkedIn quite a bit. What about any of the other social media outlets as far as promoting your business?
A lot of businesses have opted to use Facebook to promote themselves, which is a very good avenue. It has obviously a lot of people are on Facebook. Retail stores in particular are using Facebook in lieu of any other type of advertising and driving their customers to it. Florida bar rules are very strict, again, about the use of social media. You can ask people to visit your Facebook page, for example, but you're not supposed to ask them to like your Facebook page. For law firms, there is a pretty big line, I guess, between your personal Facebook and your law firm Facebook, and the Florida Bar spells that out. But example, if you want to think about what Facebook is, it's a visual medium. Facebook, people want to see your face in your pictures. So here are some creative ways that you can use Facebook to promote your law firm. Let's say that you go to an event and you're a speaker. Let's say that your law firm, you're here and you're making a speech. You can take pictures of, have people take pictures of you speaking, but also take pictures of the event organizers who are here. And then you post those pictures on your Facebook, and in turn ask the event organizers to post them on their Facebook. It links back and forth. And that way you're driving their audiences to your Facebook and vice versa. So let's say that you and your firm participate in a 5K run. Same thing. Post those Facebook pictures with the summary of how much money you raised and how many people participated, that sort of thing, and cross-link it. Send it out to other people who you know will post it and link back to your Facebook page. You can post news about relevant cases. Let's say you just got a big victory in court. Instead of doing, or in addition to doing a news release, you can post the announcement on Facebook so that you have a link to the case itself. Let's say it's a Supreme Court decision or something of that nature, and you have the basics about. So what Facebook does, and the reason they call it a timeline, is it gives your audiences an idea of what you're up to. The cases you're working on, the events that you're involved in, if you just got appointed to a new position at the Florida Bar or on a committee, or even something in your local bar association. Same thing, it gives your clients, and prospective clients in particular, an idea of how you work and what you're involved with. But same rule applies. You don't want to go on a law firm Facebook and find the last post from May 2012. It looks like no one's minding and no one is involved in the community anymore, or whatever that might be. So again, if you designate a person to manage your social media and make that commitment, you've got to keep it up. I think that those are probably the two main social media sites that lawyers use, and those are ways that you can use them. Again, be sure that you review the Florida Bar rules on social media before you ever start, and if you have any questions, the Ethics Council staff is very helpful. will answer your questions.
Right, and you can always call the ethics hotline. That's available to be able to answer questions along those lines as well. Lisa, thank you for joining us. All of your information has been very helpful, and I thank you for watching this segment of Mentoring with the Masters. Thank you.
Thanks.